Three, two, one. Welcome back, everybody, to another exciting head-scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. I'm back once again, another video. First to recap, I earlier today, yesterday, posted a video about my cousin slash big sister. Wow. Excuse me. Good news is that she's feeling a lot better. She's not out of the woods yet. They're doing some radiology tests on her. I mean, they already have, but now she's just waiting on the results. It'll probably take up to maybe 24 hours, possibly. I'm not sure. But when she does contact me, I will find out. Hopefully, find out. If they can actually get to the root of the problem itself. She said that she was being treated for meningitis and appendicitis. Because when I talked to my nutritionist, he mentioned, did she ever have an appendix taken out? Because whatever it is that's leaking into her blood, or attacking her blood, as they put it, it's not supposed to be there. So anyway, but tonight got another local story for you right here in the good old A. I recently posted a video about that young man, 24 years old, who disappeared at his, on the premises of his job at a place called Zed Incorporated. This one is a little different. This one is about a young woman who has been missing since Memorial Day of this year. And that is pretty crazy because she hasn't been found yet. But I will be reading information about her. Sorry, guys. Had a pretty long day at work. But anyway, gonna be reading this information. It's very short because she has not been found. There hasn't been any evidence, stating what's going on with her just yet. So, they're actually still looking for her. Now, once again, this story is about a woman who disappeared, in an area called Morgan County, Georgia. Now, deputies searching for a missing Morgan County woman. Now, this was posted on June 9th of 2018 at 12:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it was updated on June 9th of 2018 at 12:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I don't know why they would just update it that quick, because it was the same day and at the same time. So, weird. But anyway, okay, now to start with, the Morgan County Sheriff's Department is asking for the public's assistance in locating a 38-year-old. Okay, 38. I'm sorry, but messed up the age. But anyway, a 38-year-old woman who has not been seen since nearly 2 weeks. Has not been seen in nearly 2 weeks. But that was prior to May 28th. So now it says here, deputies say Molly Hilsman, of course, which is her name. I should have mentioned that earlier, but I'm tired. So, but anyway, deputies say Molly Hilsman has not been seen since May 28th, when she made plans to go to Piedmont Park. She was not. This is not a national park. Georgia doesn't have national parks that I know of. This is a very famous park, here in Georgia, where a lot of people go to walk their dogs, and they have like jazz festivals and stuff like that. But it's not like a forest kind of park, just a park. Very big park, I might add. But anyway, now she was driving a 2010 black Acura TSX with Georgia plates RH, R as in Robert, H as in Harry, S as in Sam, 5930. Now, you can contact Morgan County Sheriff's Department if you have any information on her whereabouts. So that is pretty much it. Like I said, there's not too much information on her as of yet, but they are, like I said, still looking for her. So that's pretty much it. Now, I've been getting a lot of feedback today on a lot of my videos. I feel like I'm fatigued, even though I have been getting my sleep. But anyway, most of the videos that I have posted in the past do have somewhat of a controversial setting when it comes to the nature of the disappearance of a person, like the murder and I think it was more of a murder of Kendrick Johnson. Now we all know that story. We all know exactly what happened to him, and we now know who actually it was that killed him. And it's causing not so much a lot of backlash on my channel, but people have been making their own, assumptions about what happened and posting their own comments. Now, it's like I said before, I humbly and totally respect everybody's thoughts and comments. But when it starts to get a little racy, with a hint of racism, not saying that that's what that was. I'm not saying that. But everybody just has their own opinion, and I know it's a very hot topic and very touchy subject. Okay, because this was a young black man who was killed by a young black, not a young black boy, high school boy who was killed by another high school boy. This other high school boy was Caucasian. Okay, but I would just say to most of the viewers, just kind of tone it down a little bit, and let's not, gear what is being put out there about what happened to him into a racial issue. I don't promote that on my channel. I don't talk about it. Like I said, I respect everybody's opinion, and I do have my own views about what happened to him, but I'm not going to lay blame on any one race. I would never do something like that. That's just not who I am, and I would ask for my viewers to respect that, and let's not try to cause any type of rift, on my channel about this stuff. Because I know mainly the stories that I talk about are mainly about, people who mysteriously vanish in national parks. Okay, I understand that, but at times I do feel like I still am here to just not help the families of these missing people who disappear in national parks mysteriously, but also I want to help those who have had a situation where a family member has gone missing. And I'm not saying that I want to switch the gears and start talking about this stuff, but I do feel like I can help. And a lot of the family members have contacted me on my channel, saying thank you for putting the word out there. So that's what I tend to do. I will continue to talk about people who mysteriously vanish in national parks, whether it be a new story or an old story. But in the meantime, when I'm not talking about it, I want to do my part in trying to help people find their loved ones, or at least get the word out there. So maybe whoever will see this video can contact the authorities in that area and help the families, try to find their loved ones. So anyway, that is my take on this situation. Like I said, I humbly respect everyone's opinion. Okay, like I said, I have my own as well, but I am not going to take it to that level where I start saying things like, what one of my viewers said. He has his own views, and I understand that, and I do have mine, and I am upset about what happened to that young man, but I'm not going to just lash out like that and say the stuff that he said. I can't do that. That's just not within my nature, and I'm not going to stop people from doing it. I don't really want to do that, but still, let's try to tone it down a little bit. We can have our own opinions about what happened to that young man. It's very tragic, but let's not turn it into that type of situation. That's not what this channel is about. I don't want to promote that at all. So please respect me and the person that I am and my views, and let's, like I said, just tone it down a little bit. Okay, love you guys so much. I'm glad that I open up the minds and the eyes of people who come to my channel. And I want to, I'm not so much trying to apologize, but I'm glad that a lot of my viewers do understand that I'm not doing this full time, and I do have a life, and I do have a job, so that takes up a lot of my time. So, and then in the midst of all that, I still be looking for different cases where I can bring to my channel, whether it's being talked about or not, by other venues on YouTube. So, and one viewer did ask me, did I talk to David Paulides yet? I said, yes, I did. I've sent him information about the woman who had the experience in National Park, had the experience in Brown Mountain National Park, and I did contact him about the experience that I had, which was very similar to the one he had in the national park with his friend, where they were watching each other's back after this dead silence befalled over the entire area, and it was exactly the way he described it. But for me, it was at night, and it was very. And see, it's one thing for something like that to happen during the day, but if it happens at night, then it just gets even more creepier, So, I mean, I'm not afraid of the dark anymore, but still, that was a very scary moment for me. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I didn't really have too much to say. I didn't really have any other cases that I could talk about. But the Molly Hilsman story, I really did want to get that out there because, like I said, she's been missing since Memorial Day here in Georgia, and I wanted to see if I can, help by putting this video out there. Maybe somebody may know something. There isn't any new information about her at all, because that little short story that I read was, short article that I read was all they had of the situation, dealing with Molly Hilsman. So hopefully they will come up with some leads in the coming days or even the coming months. I'm not sure, because like I said, she's been missing since Memorial Day. So yeah, but that's pretty much the size of it for tonight. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight and looking at my channel and looking at this new video. Hope this actually kind of makes you aware of what's going on. If you live in Georgia, that's great. Maybe the person, maybe the family, just like the young man that I read about on my last video, where he disappeared from his, while he was on the job or on the premises, and his best friend contacted me, and I think a family member. I'd have to go back and look at it. I'm not completely sure, but it was two people. One was the best friend of that young man, and I think another one might have been a family member. Like I said, I'll have to go back and check just to be sure. But I just want to do my part. I just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to spread the news. I started, and you guys do the rest. So, that's just that's what I'm here for. So, without further ado, like I always do, you know how I do it. I'm gonna get off of here because I'm getting kind of drowsy right now. I'm really sleepy because I need to start. I'm gonna start going to bed a little bit earlier so that I won't be so groggy or not so awake when I wake up in the morning. So the later I stay up, the harder it will be for me to get up, to go to work the next day. So, and it's already 2:20. So, like I said, I'm gonna get off of here, and I will keep you guys posted on the updates on that woman and the other man that I talked about in my last video. So as soon as I hear something, maybe on the news or maybe one from the best friend, because I told him if you got any leads, let me know, and I will surely do an update video. So he hasn't let me know yet because they're still searching for him. I'm pretty sure he's doing a lot of lead work, every single day, and probably sometimes at night too. But honestly, I can't really say that he vanished. I can't say that he was abducted. I can't say any of that because nobody knows. There was no evidence left behind. He just vanished off the property. So it's anybody's guess as to what's really going on with this young man. Hopefully he will be found safe and alive. I really do hope so. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, like I said before, without further ado, I'm going to get off of here so I can prepare myself and go to bed because I am sleepy. So, aloha, mahalo, and hui hou.